everybody.
Hi.
It is Leah
And Laura.
and today we're here to bring you another episode of Ask Your Mama. That's right, episode what, 3, 4?
4, I think.
4?
I think. Okay.
I've lost track. Gee, I wonder how. It's another episode, that's all we know. And remember, if you have questions that you are dying to have answered, don't be shy. Put them in the comments below, people.
Definitely. We will try to
We're
answer
your mamas.
We are the mamas.
So we're going to just answer one question today because I think it's going to be a very lengthy discussion. Just saying.
I don't know if I can discuss anything, but we'll try.
So, Green-Eyed Girl asks...
Hi, Green-Eyed Girl.
Hi, Green-Eyed Girl asks, what is your best relationship advice for marriage or just in a relationship in general?
Oh, mama.
Oh, mama.
What is our best relationship advice for marriage?
Yes, let me make sure I'm getting it correct. On being married or in a relationship. Your best relationship advice.
Oh dear, there's so much that you can say, really. I mean, really.
I just want to say, when you get into a relationship, the most important thing to realize at that point is you're not going to change somebody.
Right.
You are not going to change somebody. So if you get into a relationship and you're like, oh, he's great or she's great, but that's okay. Well,
this little thing, I can tweak that.
I can tweak that. I can fix that.
And I just want to say something. When I got married, my now ex-husband, we got married very fast, very quickly. Probably, I think it was about a month from the time that we met to the time we got married. And he actually presented himself very well. And shortly after we got married, there were some things that came out.
I see your true colors
that I was shocked.
I see your true colors. That's why I love you or don't. Yes.
But yes, there was some adjusting.
So
anyway, yes, you need to make sure.
And that's the thing about jumping into something, because people can hide things for a short period of time.
Of course they can.
But eventually,
the courting stage.
The courting stage. Eventually, that's going to come to light.
Yes.
In some fashion or another.
And so you would have to be prepared for
compromise.
Because there will be things. I mean, unless you have a very long relationship, of course you're going to find out these things. But
right.
In my case, I mean, there was a lot of room for compromise right there. And frankly, you have to meet in the middle.
You do.
The compromise, I mean, you have to do that.
Right. But just know, if there is something that is a total deal breaker for you, do not compromise what you truly believe or feel, thinking that you're going to change it.
Right.
Because you're not.
Right.
So you have to really ask yourself, is this something that I can live with, I can compromise and meet this person in the middle?
Right.
So,
and, it does take adjustment. You just be prepared for that.
Yes.
Adjustment.
So that would be one of my first things.
Yes.
But communication.
Definitely.
And, communication. That's probably key in any relationship. And just bringing things out when they come up and not letting it simmer and eat at you until a little tiny thing becomes a huge issue.
So ladies, don't be saying, nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
I mean, that is a true key right there. When you hear, oh, nothing.
Right.
There's something wrong.
You
want to be able to
that.
and you'll want to be able to actually discuss it, when you're calm.
Right.
You want to wait. If you have an issue, don't talk from the heat of the moment. because you're going to say something usually
that you're going to regret.
And you cannot take that back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the crinkled paper that you
Right.
rip up. I mean, that you crinkle up. You can't flatten that out. There's always going to be wrinkles.
Yes.
And
once
it
the
happens.
damage is done.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you
It's
can
done.
forgive, but a lot of times you cannot forget. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's important to forgive. You're not just forgiving that person, but it helps you to move
Yeah, oh
on
yeah,
as
it
well.
definitely does.
Yeah.
So be sure to don't say things in the heat of the moment. Wait, maybe, walk away, take a walk or whatever, but do not. Oh, I'll never forget taking a walk.
Come back here! Oh!
And I'm like, I'm just taking a walk. I'm gonna take a walk. I gotta escape for a minute.
I need to
I'm not leaving. I need to get out, collect my moment, collect my thoughts. It doesn't work like that. Some people want to do it right now. They want to get right into that little argument right now.
Right now. Best to step away.
So
take some deep breaths.
Yeah, hopefully when you get into your relationship, you know the person before you. I mean, if you're going to get married to this person, you know how they're going to handle stress
And conflict.
And conflict.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's important to let people in your spouse, your significant other, be themselves, and don't, again, expect them. I mean, yes, there's compromise in a relationship, and yes, you're no longer a single person, but you married an individual,
Right.
and you want that person to still maintain their individualism.
Even, they always say,
Yeah.
two become one.
Right.
Yes, that's true, but
It's
you're still
true.
two personalities.
Right. And
know.
that's what you fell in love with when you met that person.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to let them still be that individual,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's, they have a creative outlet, you have friends, you have things that you enjoy to do as an individual, and maybe that's not something that you share with your significant other, but you need to still allow that person to have that part of themselves.
Right, and a lot of times people get jealous of somebody else's relationship with their friends.
Correct.
I mean,
yes.
I would recommend, totally trust your significant other.
Right. Trust
Until
is
there's
huge.
something that there's, that.
They give you reason
They
to
give
distrust.
you a reason
Then
to
you can
distrust.
yeah.
But they're going to go out with their friends. Hopefully they're not going to stay out all night, get drunk, and come back
Right.
the next day.
Right. That's part of that compromise.
Yeah, you have to be okay
You
with
have to
that.
be individuals,
Yeah.
so that you can come together and bring the best that you have to the relationship.
Yeah.
That's right. What else you got?
I don't got anything. I mean, my relationship was so dysfunctional. But I've got an example of dysfunction. The day my daughter was born, somebody had to go hunting instead of be there the next day. It's
See,
like,
now
it's
that's
opening
compromise.
day of whatever it was.
Whatever season.
I don't know what it was. I have to go bird hunting. And
That's-
it did.
That's that compromise thing.
That made me very sad. So yes, you know,
Yes.
that's part of knowing somebody,
Right.
That's part of knowing somebody,
Well
when
enough.
you only know somebody a month before you get married and commit your whole life to that.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. That's right.
Do not try to change them.
Do not try to change. They're not going to change. So I will just say there is a lot of things that you can work out and come together on, and not just give up because it's easy to give up.
Right.
And divorce is so easy these days.
Yes.
The divorce rate is so high. You try everything you can to keep your relationship together.
Right.
I mean, it can't always work.
Right.
Hers should not have worked. It didn't work.
And actually, we were really good friends, but just
Horrible husband and wife.
horrible. Yeah. I mean, we just could not live together.
Right.
Yeah. I won't get into it, but yeah, it was.
But yeah,
it was
I mean, there's a lot of things that you can get past and get through. And people make mistakes, and sometimes they seem like at the time unforgivable mistakes, but you can get through things and come out stronger on the backside.
Right.
If your marriage is built on a good foundation to begin with.
And learn. I mean, learning from each other when these things happen, how to react with each other, because you know, notice how they're reacting to you, and you know, that's the compromise thing. Just always be aware of of their moods. You know, maybe you don't want to say a certain thing,
Right.
you know, when they're like in a certain type of mood. Like you can feel you might want to wait till later.
Right.
You know, I don't know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when she says nothing's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not dig at that moment for an answer.
Right.
But maybe the next day when things are a little calmer, say, you know, I just sensed there was something off. Is there something we should talk about, or that kind of thing?
And don't get defensive.
Right.
You know, defensiveness only breeds an argument. I mean, you get defensive. Oh, I didn't feel like that. I didn't do that. That's not what I was saying.
Right.
I mean, like, why didn't you tell me? You know,
Yeah.
what it that bothered you?
Right.
About that? I mean,
Yeah. And checking for understanding is important too. You know, coming and saying, okay, you said this. This is what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Is this truly what you meant?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the way I interpreted it, and this is how it made me feel. Is that how you intended it?
And a lot of times, you know, I mean, being women and then being men, I mean, seriously, you've heard the thing, men are
We're-
from Mars.
We're totally different creatures.
We're from Venus. What they might be saying to you is because they're different, you know. Men like to fix things. They want to
Definitely.
fix you right now. They don't want to just listen to you. They want to, oh, this is what you should do, and you want to, you know.
And we tend to just want somebody to listen to
listen.
us.
Mhm.
I don't need you to fix it.
Mhm.
Just hear me
Just
and
listen
be
to my
empathetic.
words and understand what I'm saying, even if you don't agree. I don't really want you to agree. I just want you to listen to me.
And just be empathetic.
Yeah, yeah.
That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Important. So yeah, I mean, we're just different. We love differently. It's like it's funny because we're Christians,
Mm-hmm.
and we come from a biblical base, and God teaches a man to love his wife, and the reason why he says that is because that doesn't necessarily come naturally to them.
Right. Right.
And God commands us to respect our husbands because
Exactly.
that doesn't come necessarily natural to us.
Mhm.
Not that we don't respect them, but maybe we don't express that in the same way.
Right. I'll
We-
never forget. There was a time. You know, my husband was on the road, and there was going to be a retreat that I wanted to go, and I was talking with him, and I wanted him to go, and he was right in the middle of a job, and I said something along the lines, you know, how much I respect what he was doing, and that turned the whole thing around. And the next day, he was here in Carson City going to the retreat with me. Just respecting what he was doing instead of saying, "Oh, I love
if
you.
you
I
loved
want you
me,
to come. If you
loved me, you would come." Yeah.
So you know, we do as women. I mean, love to hear "I love you" and all of the little things that go
Right.
with it. Gift giving, touching.
Right.
But men really love to hear that they're respected in what they do.
Right.
And if you can keep that in your mind and keep that,
Right.
you know,
and it's not that they don't love us, they show
Right.
it in a different way.
exactly, they want to fix you.
They want to fix you. They want to be, you know, they want to show that they respect that you washed the dishes or something,
Yeah.
you know, but we want to feel loved.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be loved. And it's not that men don't want to be loved, but the way they feel it is in a different way. So yeah,
there you have it.
There you have it. Ha, revelation. So anyway, yeah.
It's very true, though.
It's very true.
That is very true.
Have we made any sense at all?
Well, I think we're making a ton of sense, Leah.
Okay, well, good.
Our brains
Cheers to
are
that.
just a little jumbled, that's all.
That's all.
But because we're senior citizens.
That's right. So, yeah.
We're
So,
not
number
only-
one, you can't change somebody.
Right.
So, if you can compromise your feelings and come in the middle with that, that's cool. But know that that's probably not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Respect, love, communicate, have a glass of wine.
Yeah, and just listen to each other. Yeah, communication.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that can't. There's a lot of things that can be fixed. So don't just give up so easily.
Right.
Relationships are work. And if anybody tells you they're not, they're freaking lying to you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave because you did that.
Right.
I'm just gonna walk out right now.
Love.
Chances are they're gonna come.
Yeah.
back.
Love is not that fluttery feeling that you get in the beginning of a relationship,
Yeah,
because that's going to go away real quick.
Right.
And so every morning you're going to wake up and look at this person that throws his underwear in the middle of the floor or leaves his dishes, and choose every day to love that person.
You have to choose.
It's
choose
a choice.
Because you always will remember if everybody comes together the way that we were just discussing.
Right.
You're always going to remember that you do love this person.
Yes.
And you will have feelings, but it's just like the movie, the seasons. It's different seasons.
It's
of
different
love.
seasons, and it's different.
Yeah.
And you do have to, you have to romance and to
Make a date
cultivate
Friday
that.
night. I mean,
Yeah.
make that, if you've got children, make time for the two of you to be together.
Right.
Don't just suddenly you have children now, we've got kids, we're not going to do anything. Don't be afraid to get a babysitter or
And have
call a
date
family
night.
member and
Yeah.
have a date night.
That's right. And even when your children are older, have a date night.
Have a date night.
Yeah.
Yes.
We still need to be romanced.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. And please put those questions in the comments below, or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, somewhere. Hit us up. We'll answer your
try
questions.
to answer them.
We'll try.
Bye.
Okay.
Take
Bye
care.
for now.